The WSL season has come to an end. It is a sad one. Chelsea have won the title unbeaten in the season. Arsenal have finished second after beating Manchester United 4-3. Man U finished third and Man City finished fourth out the Champions League spots. Crystal Palace relegated. So, with the season over, where do we start from?
Well, should we talk about yesterday to start off with? Because yesterday could have been a shambles. It was a shambles for the first half. Thank you, Manchester City, for giving him a reason to laugh. And if anybody's actually seen the most recent matchday vlog, you can actually hear Charlie, as the Crystal Palace goal goes in, say, what?
Well, I said the championship goal incoming, then it went in, and then I just couldn't stop laughing.
I was stressed.
I
I
couldn't
was
stop.
so stressed. You thought it was hilarious.
It was.
I didn't. It was a good game in the end, though.
Yeah, it was a really good game.
Won 5-2. Rebecca Kanak, right? I'm not going to get up and say her, but I now have a Rebecca Kanak shirt because the woman is unreal.
Yeah,
she is incredible, and she liked her Instagram post yesterday. But yeah, no, it was a tough game to start off with. And to be fair, Crystal Palace looked good.
They were just good on the counter, weren't they?
Yeah, and their keeper.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness! If somebody doesn't snap her up, she is far too good to be in the Championship.
She was really good.
She was really good. Insane. But yeah.
She stopped Carolyn from having about 7 goals, didn't she?
Although Carolyn did still get a brace, which was impressive. And yeah, it was just a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest. We're exhausted still. But City did beat and greet at the end, didn't they? Which was quite cute. After Rebecca Knack had scored 2 headers and I'd gone, ah, and could not speak. City did this thing at the end where they did they awarded Yui Player of the Season, well deserved. We will get onto that in a minute. They said their goodbyes and Alex Greenwood did a speech, and then they had a banner that had all of our season. You're not on there, Sauce. All of our names on the season ticket of season ticket holders within the letters, which was cute. Me and our friend Jess spent ages trying to find our names afterwards, which was cute. But yeah, they did a signing thing at the end. So all of the players dotted themselves around the pitch and had 10 minutes to work their way around as many fans as possible. Now, I have checked first that it's okay with her before we talk about this. But during the signage session, our friend Jess has Poppy. It's come out this week that Poppy has got a Manchester City season ticket that has been gifted to her by them until she is 16 years old. So she's got 14 years worth of City season ticket, which is amazing. And I know they've built up a really strong relationship with Lily Murphy after doing some filming with her at Easter. And Poppy actually got to go on the pitch yesterday.
Yeah, it was really cute.
It was amazing. Lily came over at the end to see her. She had a pair of boots for her. And Cody Thomas got a picture with her as well and picked her up and put her on the pitch. And she was loving life, weren't she? And there were a couple of people that were like, she's 2, guys, you can't do that. But no, it was a lovely end to the season. It was nice you were there because
I wasn't meant to be there.
Going to be there. If we go back to the team wise, it was nice seeing Lauren Hemp back at City. It was nice seeing Alex Greenwood back. And the hilarious thing, thank you, Alessia Russo, for not scoring any more goals, is the fact that as a City fan, I am very proud of the fact that Bunny Shaw still got Golden Boot. And Lauren Hemp got the highest number of assists in the WSL. Now, if that isn't something that people are thinking it's impressive, Bunny Shaw was injured from the 12th of December until the 21st of January. She came back for 1 game, ended up injured again from the 15th of March. Okay, so she's been out majority of the season. She's still got Golden Boot. And this is a stat, Charlie, that I know you're not going to like, right? But, and this is no shade at Alessia Russo. Alessia Russo is amazing at what she does in her own right. But it's something ridiculous. Like, Bunny Shaw has played 14 games and scored 12 goals. Alessia Russo has played 21 games and scored 12 goals.
Yeah, but Russo does more off the ball. I think Bunny Shaw's job is literally just to score the goals, whereas Russo does a lot of the kind of linking up, and she does play a lot. She doesn't get the assist. Like, I think she's only got 2 this season, but like she's involved in a lot of the goals and a lot of attacking stuff. So as it looks, yeah, it doesn't look great stats wise, but you know, she's still a great player, and that's why she won Player of the Year.
And it does show why
Not Player of the Year, Player of...
she got
Player of the Month, did she get?
FWA Player of the
That
Year.
was
So
it,
she
yeah.
didn't get Arsenal Player of the Year, but she got that. But also, if we think about assists, you've just mentioned Alessia, who got 2 assists. So Lauren Hemp got the highest number of assists. And Lauren Hemp has been injured from November until this week, last week.
Did she get an
the
assist
27th.
yesterday?
Yes, I believe so.
So she got 8 in total.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And Lauren Hemp, Mary Fowler, who is obviously now injured as well, and Fagino, who has also been injured, are all in the top 5 assisters of the season.
Fagino, that's incredible because she came in as Hemp's replacement, didn't she, as well? So
and then got injured. But I think that it's good stead for next season. I think we are
huge.
well in good standings. And I know people are going to be like, well, she's a St. Palace bias. But I do genuinely believe that if we have a full fit squad and everybody stays, I know this is a happy wish, everybody stays put, I think we are in good stead for the WSL, the Conti Cup, Subway Cup, and the FA Cup for next season. I think we are going to be unstoppable.
If you don't get the league, you have to do a cup at least.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. Obviously, we don't know about manager yet, but when they did the leavers announcement yesterday, they obviously said thank you to Nick, and he came round, and it was kind of a goodbye. But I don't know if it was a full goodbye. It was really weird. They didn't kind of.
They didn't.
They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't. But
did.
yeah, his actions were like it was done. The way he was like clapping the fans and putting his hands up to everybody. Whereas like the way they were speaking about him was like, oh, he's done really well.
As interim, yeah.
And then like kind of moved on with. He was almost like, I'm really sorry for what happened. Like, thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the support. Yeah. Like it was weird. It was really weird.
And it was even, I think it was more strange for us because we were sat in our season ticket seats for the start of the game, weren't we? And then we moved at half time to sit with Jess and Poppy on the other side because there were spare seats. And you could actually get a really good angle of him from that point. And I really wish we'd managed to catch it on camera because it was weird. Really weird. So whether that's his way of saying goodbye and he's definitely going and it's not going to be a Renee Slager situation where interim stays as manager, who knows? But it'll be interesting to see. But if they're bringing a good manager, I do believe we are in good stead for next season.
Depends who's available.
Hand on heart, believe that we are in good stead for next season.
I don't know who's available, so.
Well, the old Arsenal manager, I can never remember his surname, Joe You're absolutely appalling that you don't know your old manager. But anyway, people in the comments, please let us know. I can't remember his name. But he was linked with possibly coming to City originally, but now he's got the Australia job, supposedly. So it doesn't look like he's coming to us. And there's not many people out there that I'd be like, I want them type thing.
I think the Australia one's more rewarding. There's a lot of work to do.
Wow.
There is a lot of work to do. They've got too many wingers.
Rude. Well, should we talk about some of where the majority of the Australia players are? Renault, see what I did there. The Arsenal game yesterday, it was bad, but we're gonna take it. Arsenal, Chloe Kelly.
Talking about a beautiful winger.
Oh, here we go. Chloe Kelly had scored within 2 minutes.
Not just scored. No. Not just scored.
There.
She made Fallon look. Can't say the word. Dinked her. Thank you very much.
And she actually got the record for the quickest WSL goal scored in history at the Emirates. So, it is what it is. But if you're going to take the mick out of my team for losing to Crystal Palace basically in the first half until we came and redeemed ourselves, would you like to educate everybody on how you went from being a 1-1?
Sorry, we didn't go down once.
No, but how you went
1-0 up, 1-1,
from it being
and then we went up to
4-1 in the 62nd minute to it being 4-3 at the end and you just about winning.
Who's the goalkeeper? Thank you, goodbye. That's all that needs to be said.
You can't blame Zinsberger. That is not on Zinsberger. It is on your defence line, as I always say.
Fair enough.
But yeah, 4-3 was not how I expected that to end.
I mean, when you look at it second and third in the league, 4-3, it's a pretty good scoreline. 1 goal in it. Makes sense, I guess. It'd be more worrying if it was 4-1, because that would really show the difference in in levels, and Arsenal and Man U are not that far apart. I think the only difference that
I think you will be next season.
I think the only difference in terms of I don't think in terms of ability there's much difference. I think our defense is a little bit better. Their goalkeeper's much better, but everything else is kind of similar. I think if you take out Caldentay, she's just unreal, isn't she? But I think if you take out her, there isn't much difference between Arsenal and United. It is just the managers, I think, and you know what I feel like. I'm a big fan of Skinner, so
Of course you are.
it's tough. But yeah, the 4-3, second and third in the league, you'll take that. It was a good last day for a lot of them fans, and I don't think Man U fans will be too disheartened from that one, considering they're in a both of them are in a final. You take it. No. It's better than last season where they got absolutely dumped out by Chelsea 5-0.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, Chelsea did win the league on their ground, didn't they? But yesterday, I think it was a fair balance. As much as I would like to just take the mick out of you for it, it was a fair balance. Couple of people on social media obviously were talking about Beth Mead. Now, Beth Mead was seen to be walking around the Emirates at full time in floods of tears, being consoled by the players. Now, some people are saying, is it because she's leaving? Other people are saying that it was because there was a song that was played in the stadium that was played at Beth's mum's funeral. So it'll be interesting to see what the outcome of that is, whether she does
only
stay.
Played 20 minutes.
Exactly. And it's whether she does end up staying at Arsenal or whether she does end up leaving. I mean, City will take her, Beth Mead's agent. If you see this for whatever bizarre reason, feel free to
I don't think she'll go City. Because you've got too many
United.
wingers. If she's not playing at Arsenal, if that's the reason, if it's because she wants to play more football, I think she needs to go somewhere else. We always say Brighton, don't we? But Brighton or maybe even United or somewhere like that. But
nobody wants to go to United.
For Arsenal, I think if they move on Beth Mead, I think it shows that we've gone in for someone, and I really hope it's Olivia Smith. But
didn't she get injured yesterday?
Yeah, she did get injured yesterday, but I don't know how bad it is because I've not checked. But also, she's really, really good.
She's really good. She is really good. We'll give her that. She is really good. But it'll be interesting to see what announcements come out from Arsenal if there are any further departures.
It's been a lot.
So you've got Beth Mead rumoured. Amanda Ilstad, her contract's up.
That one's
Hurtig, yeah, it is, and her baby is adorable. Hurtig's obviously going. Tia Goldie is going. Now, we at City yesterday were led to believe that Laura Wienroth is also going back to Arsenal.
Well, she is.
So it'd be interesting to see but whether she stays at Arsenal or whether she goes back out on loan or whether we buy her, who knows.
I don't know how much her contract is. I don't know how long she's got left. You wouldn't think City would buy her because
I'd take her. We need as many reserves as we can have at this point.
I don't know if you do because I don't know. You've got Gracie Pryor, who I really don't want to.
But is Gracie going to go out on loan?
No, because I don't want her to.
I do just want to put it out there, though. Laura is a lovely lady. We met her along with Miedemar and Rebecca Canuck yesterday, which was unreal, if I haven't already mentioned it. And it's a bit weird now because we have a City flag with Laura Wienroth's signature on it and then Rebecca Canuck somewhere there. So, But we'll see. What'll be. Should we go through the scores and then we can talk about players of the season?
Yeah, let's do it because there were some weird.
Yeah, very strange
scores.
So obviously, we beat Palace 5-2, which I did not see happening in the first half. Leicester beat West Ham 4-2.
Did not see that happening.
Everton Tottenham drew. Chelsea only beat Liverpool by a goal, so it was 1-0.
And Aggie Beaver Jones.
So that was. Villa beat Brighton 3-1.
Yeah. That was weird.
How?
That was weird.
Don't know. Obviously, Ebony Salmon, Rachel Daly, and Maz Pacheco were the scorers in that game. It's quite nice, though, that Maz Pacheco got her last goal for Villa, because obviously she is another player that is departing. I think we're going to have to do a whole podcast, to be honest, Charles, that's just on departures.
Well, we're going to do the end of season awards as well, so we could potentially do that.
And then, obviously, there was the 4-3 Arsenal United, which was very odd. But would you like to talk about Yui?
I always want to talk about Yui.
If we're going to talk about... Now, I know every other club has got their own kind of players of the season and yada, 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 but obviously I'm a City fan, he's an Arsenal fan, so they're the ones we'll focus on. Japan's biggest fan. Would you like to take the mic, talk about Yui? What did she
there's
win?
nothing more to say.
She's unreal.
She is unreal, and she controls games and she runs them. And when she's having a good game, City are having a good game,
And she is amazing.
and she rarely has a bad game. Like, she's always on fire. I just worry that City are not playing her in the right position at the minute, because it's just not really working. Like, she's playing for Japan and she's playing in the 10 and she's just absolutely dominating it. But then she goes and plays in a deeper role for City, and it's like she can do it like easily. She can play anywhere on the pitch, but you're not getting the best out of her, and I'm a little bit worried. But saying that, she's still so underrated in any position she plays. And I mean, you've got some stats.
I have.
She's mint.
Are you ready for this? So obviously
Just hope this backs
she
up my point.
she got City's player of the season, well deserved. Yui Hasegawa, right, has played 10 UEFA Champions League games, 0 fouls. She's played 22 matches in the WSL, had 0 fouls, and she has played 3 Women's League Cup matches, so the Subway Cup, and got 0 fouls.
I mean, that is impressive, but also, like,
And it's Yui.
sometimes you kind of need to foul players if they're through on a break and you need to just pull them down. But
it just shows that she is capable of playing as
I would like
amazingly as she
to,
has.
yeah, I would like to
and
see
hasn't been
the
had a foul.
percentage. I'd like to see the percentage of how many tackles she has won, though. Because if she's won like a massive amount of tackles and not made a lot of fouls, that's even like more
Let
incredible.
me have a look. Oh, it's not on there. I will. I can find that out.
Do you think she'll get player of this like season in the league?
What overall?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think Caldentay will get it.
Well, Caldentay got Arsenal's player of the season, didn't she?
Who got Chelsea's
Fans.
Cuthbert?
Who did get Chelsea's?
I'm sure it's Cuthbert, right?
Let me have a look.
I'm pretty sure. If that's the case, Caldentay's been better than Cuthbert and Yui's been better than Cuthbert. So I don't mind either of them.
Well, we are going to be biased, though. Like, we are going to be biased.
I know, but I feel like if you take Erin Cuthbert out of the Chelsea team, they'll be all right. If you take Caldentay out of the Arsenal team, we struggle.
Yeah, Erin Cuthbert got player of the season for Chelsea.
And if you take Yui out of the City team, they literally fall apart. So it's either Caldentay or Yui for me.
No, I agree with that. I actually agree with that. Although I did vote in the OSC for Manchester City for their player of the season. And would you like to know who won that? Kirsten Casper. Again, somebody else well worthy of it.
Yeah, she's had a really good season.
Yeah, she has. Unreal.
She's
And
just I think she's one of the most consistent players in the league. Casper, like, she never stops doing what she needs to do. Like, she never stops attacking, regardless of who they're playing. Regardless of who they're playing and what the score is, she'll always like charge on that right side, and she'll always overlap.
She is good at what she does.
She's really good.
She's really good.
She's really good.
And it'll be interesting to see who Nick plays in the World Sevens as well.
Oh, she
now
would
we know
be
that
so good in 7-a-side.
Now we know that City are going into that tournament for definite. It'll be interesting to see who he takes, because we have got a lot of players who obviously play for their national teams. So it'll be weighing it up as to who is worth risking for internationals and injuries and who's worth putting in this tournament. But we will find out more, I'm sure, over the next coming week. And we'll be able to talk about that. It's 2 weeks.
I wonder how many they're allowed to take.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I bet it's like a squad of...
Not that many.
So it'd be 7 playing, 5 subs. That's 12, so probably a squad of 15.
I would like to see the likes of Lily Murphy, Cody Thomas, Gracie Pryor.
Lily would be good. Lily and Gracie
would be amazing.
would be
Lily
really
and Gracie
good
together.
Jess Park would be really good in the 7-a-side. And Yui.
Well, as soon as those lineups come out, we will definitely be making a video about it, because we need to talk about it. On about other tournaments, though. Would you like to... this is Kirsty's quiz of the week. Are you ready for this?
Go on.
How old... I'm going to give you a player, and I want you to tell me how old you think they were, when Arsenal were last in a Champions League
the current
final.
squad?
The current squad.
How old the current squad
I will tell you a
were?
player, and you have to answer me with how old you think they were when Arsenal were last.
All right.
Okay?
Go on.
Because this is just for the poo and giggles. Right, DVD.
Oh, God, I don't know what DVD is. So when was it? I can't remember what it was. DVD was 6.
You're close. She was 7.
She was 7.
Freedom Marnham.
48. I'm joking. I'm joking.
I am not dealing with
Freedom
the backlash from this.
Marnham. What was it? 19 years ago.
Mm.
Something like that, wasn't it? 2006. I'm not very good at maths. 11.
7.
Oh,
Emily Fox.
5.
8.
I don't
You're
know.
not doing
I'm not
very
good
well
at
at this.
maths.
Oh no, that's the Arteta picture. 1 second. Katie McCabe. I'm just putting it out there. She is the 3rd oldest in this lineup.
10.
You're close, 11. Chloe Kelly.
Oh, maths.
Because Chloe Kelly is apparently now staying at Arsenal.
7? No, 9.
You got that
Yeah.
one. As if Chloe Kelly is the only one you know how old they are.
I wonder why.
Wonder why. Leah Williamson.
Oh, God.
He can't see my phone, by the way.
Oh,
just to
she's
clarify,
got one of them
like, he
privacy
can't
screens. I tried
see.
to cheat. 8.
10.
She's older than Chloe Kelly.
Yep. Caitlin Ford.
9.
12.
Wow.
She's older than Kate McCabe.
I really don't know how old these
Steph
players
Catley.
are. 11.
13. Alessia Russo.
Oh, that's got to be young. 6.
Not as young as you think. Older.
7.
Older.
8.
Yep. He's next too.
I
These
honestly
are the
don't
best.
know how old.
These are the best.
It's also maths. I'm not good at maths.
Caldentay. Mariona.
Caldentay would have been 12.
11.
Oh, I was gonna say 11 as well.
Last one here.
Go on.
Kim Little.
Oh, did you not say Beth Mead?
Beth Mead. This is out of the squad that played yesterday.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my bad. Kim Little.
The starting lineup.
25.
Kim Little was 16 years old the last time they played in the Champions League, and I'm pretty sure she was in
2006. I probably watched Kim Little when she was about 18 then.
Yep.
Or probably that year. She might have been that age when I went and watched her at Arsenal. Crazy. 16.
Do you know what? I feel like I need to throw a
2006.
segment like this in every single week because it's funny just watching your brain go. Do you know what else is funny?
Go on.
Who has been chosen to perform at the FA Cup final?
Oh, yeah, you were saying, but you've not told me.
I'll give you a clue.
Go on.
He's got you wrapped up around his finger.
That's really good.
That was
Is he a troublemaker, is he?
He is a troublemaker.
Is it Ollie Mers?
And he might make your heart miss a beat if you're not careful. Yeah, no. Ollie Mers has been announced to perform at halftime.
Have you seen him recently?
Cup. Yes.
Mate, he looks stacked.
Yeah, he does.
Fair play.
I think his missus is a PT, so.
Oh, that's all right then. Fair enough.
But I am so tempted. And I know when Mia watches this, she'll be so excited because she's been trying to get us to go to the FA Cup for ages. But it would be nice to go.
That'd be a little vibe.
I would pay good money to go down to London for the FA Cup final, not even for that, just to see Ollie Mers. And he performed in Leeds the other night. Yeah. And he played in Leeds the other night, so it would probably be cheaper to have done that, but I'd quite like to go now just for him.
That'd be a little vibe.
It would. Just dancing round to Ollie Mers at half time.
Yeah, a little vibe.
And fun fact for everybody, you might not think...
You're not going to go and get any food or anything because Wembley is well expensive.
Yeah. And fun fact that nobody will know, how did we actually... The night we officially got together, where were we, Charlie?
We were at an Ollie Mers gig.
We were at an Ollie Mers gig. So... it'd be even more exciting. One of my one true loves mixed with my other one true love, and then Charlie.
Fair enough.
No, Charlie comes before football and Ollie Mers, guys. It's okay. Before anybody comes at me in the comments. Before I move on though, because it's just popped into my head that we've not mentioned them yet when we talked about getting things signed and everything yesterday. So we obviously get married in August at some point, and people know, and we weren't going to be at City again before that now. We won't see a lot of the City lot. So we got given a gift bag yesterday by Louisa and Isabel, and in the gift bag was a card, and in the card, what was there, Charlie? They've already been framed. we've got signed Lucy Bronze and Chloe Kelly frames, which are amazing. So thank you so much, girls. We did say we'd put them in the background of the podcast. So what we're going to do is they will be in the background of the podcast, but they will also be moving up and down our stairs so that we get reminded of them every time we walk past. Oh, Chloe Kelly's about to fall over. Oh.
Penalty.
Up later. But no, thank you for the gift, guys. And new beginnings, not just for us, but for Kristie Mewis and Sam Kerr. Their baby was born this week.
Oh, was it? Oh, I am so out of the loop.
It's a good job I do all the information finding, isn't it? Yeah, they've had a little baby boy called Jagger. Jagger Mewis Kerr.
Fair enough. It's a strange
Cute,
name.
isn't it? It's cute. That baby, right? If it's got both its mum's footballing skills, it's just going to be unreal.
Jagger Kerr.
Because he was born in England, so technically he could play for England. One of his mums is American, so he could play for the American national team. Or he could end up being a Socceroo because his other mum's Australian.
They're not bad Free Nations to pick
No, they're
from
not.
as well.
They're not.
Fair play.
How cool is that, though?
That is pretty cool.
It is really cool.
Doesn't Sam Kerr have other, like, what's the word? Ancestors from different places as well, though. So they could probably play in somewhere completely different as well. That's cool.
Yeah, but they announced it the other day in a cute little picture of them with him on top of it. It was adorable. It was adorable.
That is cute.
Now, I am going to have to bring the tone down for a minute because there is something that I do really want to mention that I think is so important, and it just reiterates the fact of people making sure that they are aware of what to do in emergency situations at football games, and why I think it's even more important that people learn how to do CPR. During the NWSL match between Angel City and Utah Royals the other night, Savy King went down in the second half, and they had to give her CPR. Angel City have released a statement since saying that she's responsive, she was in hospital, she was having tests done, but it just highlights how things can go from being amazing to just horrendous within a second. One thing I do want to say though is I think the world has learned from previous experiences, like the Christian Eriksen situation, for example, when cameras were in their families' faces and they were in all the players' faces and watching at him, whereas I only know of it because I'd seen the statement, but there is nothing on social media. There was nothing publicised about it, like showing it, other than the circle that was held around her, which both teams and their managers and things created so that she had that protection.
That's good.
But I think it just highlights the importance of how quick things change and how medical teams need to be there straight away, because if I was in that situation, I wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, no, of course not.
And I feel like it's so important. I think it's something that we should probably learn at some point.
They do it at clubs and things like that.
Yeah.
And they put in, I can't remember what his name was, but they put in it's like a law under somebody's name, and it's that most like social clubs and places like that have defibrillators now. I can't remember his name for the life of me, but yeah, it was a charity putting somebody's name. But it's just scary how common it is.
Yeah.
Like,
she's 20 years old.
That's what I was just gonna say as well. 20 years old and like that, and it's, I don't know what the link is, but it's like I'm thinking it's something to do with how high your heart rate goes, because obviously in football you are sprinting and then you do come to a complete stop. So it's like if you're taking things like, you know, if you've taken like paracetamol or you're taking like any other like medication, and then your blood thins and you're running and you'll get up to like 180 like BPM in your heart rate, and then it completely stops and you go down to like 120 and then you go again. Like your heart is just constantly working, and like your heart rate is spiking so often that if you are taking something, or if you've got a fever, or if you're ill or something is going on, these things are quite common.
But even if you're not,
scary.
Even if you're not, like, it can still happen. Like, as far as it's being publicised, there was nothing. There was absolutely nothing, and it came out of nowhere.
There'll be some sort of underlying thing.
Yeah,
and it will be, and it will be like something like that, but it won't come out.
No.
Like it's really strange.
One thing though on the statement from the NWSL as well though, when they put a statement out themselves, they basically said our teams followed, like the medical teams and the paramedics all followed protocol that was in place, and that they, even though it was successful and they were able to save her and she's doing well in hospital, they are re-looking at their policy just to make sure that everything works, just in case something needs to be changed. And I think that's something that maybe the FA, for example, in this country probably would benefit from looking more at, because as a football coach yourself, would you know what to do in that situation?
Well, the thing that the FA put in now as well is that they actually put in first aid and like safeguarding before you do level 1 now. So before you do level 1 coaching, you actually get taught how to do stuff like that. So
you would?
Yeah.
You would. I mean, I've done first aid
I mean,
in
it
the
is
past, but it's
online.
nowhere near. But I think it is one of those things where it's just important that you're clued up, especially even football coaches. Like, at least we know if anything ever happens, you are capable. But it's not a situation you want to put in. But well wishes to her. I'm glad that she seems to be doing well in hospital. And I think the NWSL have dealt with it really, really well. Should we move on to a positive? Because we've gone from a positive to something lower to a positive again. Shall we talk about these guys? Oh, I have not done placement well today. Shall we talk about
Unity, unity.
where were we on Tuesday night?
We went to Manchester FA to watch Mancunian Unity versus Bury FC in the Manchester County Cup final. A huge game. They're actually in the same league, and Bury had beaten Unity 2-0
they
previously. So this was a big one. It was a bit of a grudge match because of that, but also because this is the kind of cup that Unity have wanted to win. They've come so close so many
3
times.
times, 4 times.
They've always identified this one as the cup that they want to win. So yeah, when it came to this game, it was kind of like it needed to be done, and they did it. They won 4-0 in the first half. It was 3-0 up. Some absolute worldy goals were scored. Liv Shaw scoring
Wow.
a scorpion kick as well, which was just class.
And what happened to be the one goal that we didn't catch on camera?
I got every single goal on camera apart from a scorpion kick. But yeah, they were dominating them from the whistle all the way up to the first half, and straight from the whistle the second half all the way up to the final whistle. It was just absolute domination
It was
from Unity.
amazing.
Every single player worked their socks off, and I know that sounds so cliche to say, but genuinely, like that team wanted to win that cup so badly, and every single player put in a shift. Every single player was working towards that game plan, and the coaching team and all the staff and all the players, you deserved it. You absolutely deserved that win.
We are proud of you.
We are absolutely proud of you. We got to spend time with them as well, like having some drinks and having a good old like chat and a good old laugh and loads of pictures and stuff.
I was going to say we got to hold the trophy.
Yeah.
We got to hold the trophy. It was amazing.
So yeah, I think it was great, and for me as well, it was such a nice environment, because we've literally followed that club this season. Obviously, we've gone down for the Women's FA Cup first round proper, and then we've kind of just found our place with the team, and like it's been really nice to follow them and follow them throughout this kind of journey of the FA Cup, the league, and some games that we've been to, and then also this cup where we've done a lot of their games as well, and for them to go to Manchester FA have a big crowd and all the chants going off and just really performing well. I think it just summed up their season and summed up their club really well, and it was great. I absolutely loved being there and getting involved in a couple of chants here and there.
Yeah,
it was class.
Well, it was funny as well because the manager Phil, we kind of said to him, when did we actually stop being neutrals? And he was like, I think after the first game, like you were here and you were part of it. And it'll be amazing seeing them go from strength to strength. If you haven't already, check out our Instagram or our TikTok, because there is a match day vlog up there as well. I have shared some pictures from them from the match as well from afterwards, because it was so nice. Like, we've been welcomed into the family, and there will be definitely more from us next season there. I'm just hoping that they don't clash as much with City, because I would quite like to do some more City away games, but only time will tell. But thank you to everybody at Unity who have given us so much support and really welcomed us into the family, because I lost count of how many hugs we had. And there was even, it was a kind of a pinch me moment for me, because one of the little girls who plays for Unity as well, one of the lower teams, came up to us and was like, "Oh my God, I follow you on TikTok. Can I get a picture, please?" And I was like, "God, yeah, of course you can." And then, but today, even today, one of our local pubs, big up Catherine if you end up watching this, but we'd gone out for lunch with my grandparents and somebody looked at me and double looked at me and went, "Kirsty?" And I was like, "Hello?" And she's like, "Oh, it's Catherine. I follow your TikTok." And I was like, but we do appreciate all the support we get from everywhere. Like, without you guys, we would not have grown by 2,379 people, I believe, since this time last season. We ended last season on 700 followers.
Mad.
Or just about there. And we couldn't do it without you guys. And a good point to end on for this would be that if you also love Football Here, you'll know that we are part of the big Football Here family. We are ambassadors for them. And because of the support from you guys, our discount code has now been put up as well. So rather than you getting 5% off if you use our code, you get 10%. And that wouldn't be without you guys. And of course, Connor and the Football Here team for making us feel so loved and as part of a family. So this isn't it from us. The season might be over, but we're not stopping the podcast. Obviously, there's the FA Cup final next week, so we'll be discussing that. The following week, you've got the Champions League and you've got the World Sevens tournament, so we'll have those to talk about. And we are going to try and get some guest speakers in.
Yeah.
Then we've got the Euros. I don't know if I can cope with that.
And
I
before
feel like
that,
I've missed something.
we're gonna have an end of season
end-of-season
awards. So it'll be like goal of the season. It'll be team of the season, like player of the season, young player of the season, donkey of the year, like stuff like that. Like just a lot of different things where we'll probably get a lot of people's like we'll put polls up and stuff like that. So it's not just us. We'll probably put a vote together and then we'll do it that way. But yeah, there'll be more details coming out over all of our socials, so our TikTok, our Instagram, and our community tab on YouTube that I'm gonna try and start using a little bit more as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
End it there.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow us on all of our platforms. Make sure you like this video, as it does really help us grow, as we are trying to grow the women's game at the same time. So we appreciate every single one of you. I don't even know what episode this is.
Episode 16.
I think it's
17,
more than that.
18. If somebody would like to let us know, let us know.
We will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.